Connectra creates opportunities for people with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. On Service Mondays, we highlight a local organization or initiative. On February 5th, we hear from BC Centre for Ability about their accessible employment programs. Then on February 12th, join Eric to discover the richness of the Disability Foundation's own programming. Monday, February 19th is Family Day in British Columbia, so there will be no programming. On the 26th, join Lauren from Emotions BC for a presentation on the importance of caring for your mental health. On Tuesday, February 27th, find your next read and engage in an insightful discussion on the representation of disabilities in literature through our new book club in partnership with the VPL. On Friday, February 16th, learn how to plan your garden with Digga. Tuesday afternoons are for creative writing with Emily. Wednesdays are chair yoga with Bobbie Seale-Cobiskey. Thursdays are adaptive fitness with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Fridays are contemporary improv dance classes with Janice Lawrence. Visit the events calendar on Connectra's website, connectra.org, for more information and to register for events.
Okay, Bobbie, you can start.
Thank you, Kausar. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a seated, adapted yoga practice. And so, as always, I'd like to get started by inviting you to find a comfortable sitting position. And so sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. It can be challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And then as you're ready, an invitation to roll your shoulders back and down. So soft, organic movements, nothing rigid. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels comfortable. And then an invitation, if you'd like, to bring your hands to your heart center. And so lift your heart to your hands, bowing your head to your heart. An invitation to take a few moments to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. And so setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga practice for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. And then when you're ready, relax your arms by your side, maybe a little wiggly fidget. And so at this time, I'm just going to move into my iPhone and see if I can figure out gallery view. Oh, awesome. Okay. And so an invitation to be sitting up nice and tall, to ground through your sits bones. So you might notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Lengthen your spine. And so did you know that we can create space between our vertebrae, and we're actually tallest in the morning? And so again, roll the shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels comfortable. And then if you'd like, feel free to close your eyes. And so notice the alignment of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders over hips. Chin in, parallel with the floor. Muscles of the face relax. Our attention moves inward. And so notice the breath. And so maybe see if you can make your breath just a little bit longer than it was when we began. And placing one hand on your belly, Maybe noticing that as we inhale, belly expands. On exhale, belly moves in. And maybe taking your other hand to your chest, to your heart center, and notice the pattern of movement of the breath between your abdomen and your upper torso. Paying particular attention to the exhale. So if we can lengthen our exhale, it engages the relaxation response, allowing us to let go of holding, stress, and tension. So I'd like to encourage you during your practice, whenever possible, to bring your awareness back to this deep, easeful breath. And so if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to bring your hands together, rub your palms together a little. And then take your hands apart, maybe feel a little warmth or heat between your hands. And then rub your palms together again. And so as we're rubbing our palms together, I'd like you to notice where in your body you are holding stress and tension. And see if you can bring some of that loving energy from your hands and place them on that part of your body. And so allowing your body to absorb that loving energy from your hands. And then rub your palms together again, and this time maybe thinking of a new place that you could use a little extra TLC and place your hands there. So open to receive. So there's research that shows that our hands are not only connected to our heart, but to our mind as well. And then as you're ready, maybe take a moment to see, is your breath still long and smooth and easeful? And so from here, we'll transition into a warm-up, beginning with our head. So I'd like to invite you to bring your chin gently towards your chest. And when you feel your neck is ready, turn a soft gaze looking up towards the ceiling. So maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And so this is a gentle warm-up for our cervical spine. So we'll just keep the movements flowing. It's ready, bring your head back to center. And then I'd like to invite you to bring one ear towards your shoulder. And then move your head back and forth. So from side to side. As ready, bring your head back center and then turn a soft gaze looking towards your shoulder. Only move your head as far as feels comfortable for you. So just FYI, I do have a little bunny rabbit and he's quite active right now. So I think he's right beside my chair. And so turn your head from side to side. So as if nodding no. And when you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. And so essentially we've moved our neck through its 3 planes of movement. And so from here, we're going to continue down along the spine with a movement called cat and cow. So a nice warm up for the thoracic area of our spine. So when you're ready, draw your chest in. So it's as if your sternum's moving to the back of your ribs as you round your back. And then the sternum lifts, moves forward, open up your solar plexus, your heart, your throat. And so we'll keep this gentle warm up flowing. And so you might notice that as we round our back, our hands naturally have a tendency to slide towards our knees. And on the inhale, our hands slide towards our hips. And so move in a way that feels natural for you. So natural that your movements and your breath become one. And as ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. Yeah. And then from here, I'd like to invite you to reach one hand towards the earth, so towards the floor, as if you're reaching to pick something up. Hold on to the other side of the chair for stability. And so we want our shoulder lined up with shoulders. So if it's helpful, you can imagine that you're seated between two panes of glass. And so keeping both sits bones on the chair, we'll move from side to side. And so it might feel good to, as you reach towards the earth, the floor, to do it on an exhale. Come back up center on an inhale, exhale to the other side. Or today it might just feel good to inhale to one side, exhale to the other. And so you might notice that as we warm up our spine, the movements become more easeful. We're able to go a little bit deeper. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to center. And take a moment. And from here, we're going to come into a twist. So beginning at the base of your lumbar spine. So we're going to twist. Coming up one vertebrae at a time. Your hand slides in towards your hip, head turns last. And we are going to move dynamically here. So twisting from side to side. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going into our full range. And so during the practice today, feel free to modify the poses and movements any way you'd like. And so you are the world expert on your body. And I will do my best to guide you. And slowly finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. So an invitation to take a moment or two to notice, has anything changed energetically? And notice the effects of those movements. Okay. And so from here, I'd like to come into a practice called toning. So using our voices to help minimize pain and to encourage relaxation. So we know the sound has a vibration. And so you might feel a vibration in your body, maybe in the lovely space around you. And so what I'd like to do is tone the three letters A, O, and M. And so we can add arm movements to this, and you're more than welcome to listen if you'd rather. So let's begin. Reach your arm up to the sky. So as high as feels comfortable for you. And on your exhale, as you lower your arm, sound the letter A. A. Other side, reach up. Reach both arms up to the sky. Letter M. Just tasted something delicious. M. And so I've noticed that someone is not on mute. So if you could place yourself on mute, dear heart, that would be great. Thank you. Although I love hearing you tone the letters. So let's do one more round. And so this is not meant to be a big external sound. It's more about the vibration. And so here we go. Inhale, reach up. Letter A. A. Inhale. O. Both arms reach up. Letter M. And so from here, I'd like to actually do a few more movements for next. So I'd like to invite you, if it's possible, to bring your hand up and place it on the side of your head and create resistance. And reach up and over to the other side, creating resistance. Bring your hands to the base of your skull. If you can, you might want to interlace your fingers and then press your head gently against your hands. As ready, bring a soft fist up to the middle of your forehead. Gentle pressure here can be relaxing. And release. And a little shake up. Okay. And so before we move on, let's repose. So if you have the ability to sit in a way that you're supporting your own spine and coming forward enough so that you're able to sit forward on your sits bones. If you need the back of the chair for support, of course, honor that. Yoga meets us exactly where we are. So I'd like to invite you now, with your hands resting where they are, tap your fingers. And then maybe a little air piano. Right, so we're getting the synovial fluid, Mother Nature's WD-40, going into all the little joints in our hands. And then when you're ready, push your hands away. So your arms can be as high or low as you like. And then pull your hands back. Push your hands away. Pull your hands back. So with this movement, not only are we getting into all the major joints in our arms, we're getting into the muscles on the outside and inside of our shoulder blades. It's like we're giving our back a little back massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. Nice. And so when you're ready, roll your wrists. Maybe even taking a moment to look at your hands with appreciation for all that they do. And then slow the movements right down. And then as ready, roll your wrists in the opposite direction. And then even if you'd like, imagine that you're moving your hands through water. Nice. And release. Shake out. And so I'd like you to flex your wrists. So your fingers are pointing up towards the sky and then towards the floor. Yeah. And then maybe from side to side. Feels a little awkward. Nice. And so you might stretch your palms, make soft fists. Stretch your palms, make soft fists. Good stuff. A little shake out. And so from here, let's transition into a yoga swim. So your arms can be as high or low as you'd like. And then we'll move into backstroke. And breaststroke. Push. Side stroke. So if you're wanting to do the practice during the week, the classes are recorded. So other sides. So you can watch the classes anytime you'd like, as many times as you'd like. So on YouTube and Facebook. And then it's ready. Let's finish up with butterfly. Good. And come back to stillness. And just take a moment. And so no doubt you're feeling a little more energized. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up in line with your shoulder. If you need to, you can lower your arm a little bit, turn your palm face up, and then extend your arm away from you. Bring your arm back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open, soft bend in your elbow, extend your arm away from you. On inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. So I'll continue the gentle movement for a few more breaths. And this time, if it feels okay for your neck, when you bring your arm out to the side, I want you to gaze past your middle finger. Alternatively, if it doesn't feel good for your neck, keep a soft gaze forward. So here we go. Reach up, spiral your palm open. So soft gaze forward, or turning your gaze, looking past your middle finger, bring your arm out to the side. Come on, back center, palm face down, release. Other side, reach up, spiral your palm open. Moving with grace and ease, extend your arm away from you. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Reach up, turn your palm face up, soft bend in your elbow, extend your arm away from you. On inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Last time, reaching up, turn your palm face up, extend your arm away from you. Inhale, come back center, palm face down, release. Okay. So from here, I'd like to introduce, for those of you who are new to this practice, breath of joy is quite popular. And so essentially, I'd like you to, what we're going to do is inhale through our nose 3 times. Unless you're congested, big exhale. And we can add arm movements to this. So I want you to make sure that when you extend your arms out to the side, that you're not going to be whacking anybody or a hard surface. So here we go. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and 2 more times. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and inhale, 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 and good stuff. Okay. So you place your hands just a few inches apart in front of you. You can close your eyes softly and maybe notice if you feel any subtle sensations between your hands. And maybe moving your hands a little further apart. Turn your palms face up, reach up to the sky. And feeling a lightness, palms face down, a grounding sensation. Extend one arm up, reach up, gazing past your middle finger, soft bend in your elbow, palm face down, release. Other side. So sometimes I love to think of these movements as a moving meditation. Palm face down, release. Other side, spiral your palms open, reach up, up. Palms face down, release. Nice. Okay, so from here, I think I'd like to come into a movement that I call finding our balance. And so balance, the equal distribution of presence throughout our entire body. So we begin by sitting up nice and tall. If you know balance is a challenge for you, make sure you have what you need to keep you stable in your chair. So whatever device. So begin by sitting up tall and then hinging from the hips, come forward a little. And so it's not about seeing how far down we can go. We just go to that just right amount of effort and ease, and then rock back up. So an invitation to keep this gentle movement flowing in your own time and rhythm for a few more breaths. And it can be interesting to close your eyes as we practice these gentle movements. And so when you're ready, come on back to a neutral spine. Take a moment, and then from here, I'd like to invite you to circle your heart forward and then circle back. So your circles might be smaller or larger than mine. Move in your own time and rhythm. So we all have our own sense of rhythm. And then as you feel your lower back, your hips soften and release a little, maybe see if you can go a little bit deeper. So shoulders move towards our knees. Of course, we're not going to come all the way down. And then it's ready, reverse the movement. And so bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. Bring your awareness to the space beside you. Notice how that makes you feel. And bring your awareness to the space above you, and especially to the space behind you. And so moving away from me to we, an invitation to trust that we are being supported. And slowly make your way back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms down by your side or on your lap, wherever feels comfortable. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so your natural rhythm, maybe noticing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Okay. And so from here, I'd like to come into a side bend. So as you're ready, take hold of the underside of the chair. Extend your opposite arm out to the side. So I'm going to give you 3 options for arm placement. So it might be that your hand is at your hip. If you have shoulder stuff going on, it might feel good to take your hand to your shoulder. Alternatively, it might feel good to reach up and over. So we're going to start together here again. So you're holding on to the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. On inhale, take your arm up to your place. Come into your side bend on the exhale, keeping both sits bones on the chair. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck, and then breathe into your rib cage. Now, can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? And as you're ready, come out of the pose on this side. Nice. So let's come into this on the other side. Hold the underneath of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open. On inhale, reach your arm up to your place. Exhale, come into your side bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. Breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Palm face down, release. So let's come into this one more time. And this time I'd like you to notice if you felt a little shift. And so we take hold of the underside of the chair, extend your arms, spiral your palm open. Inhale, take your arm to your place. Exhale, come into your side bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. Breathe into your side body, your rib cage. Come out of the pose on this side. And so let's come into it on the other side again. Hold the chair, extend your arms, spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up and bend. Turn your gaze down towards the floor. So can you feel that you're creating space in your rib cage? Palm face down, release. Yes. Ooh. So take a moment, let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Right, maybe notice the effects of the pose. And so from here, let's come into a seated twist. And so if it's available to you, if it's possible, you might bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance, knees tracking over ankles. Okay, to have your feet turned out a little. And so let's begin. We lengthen our spine and then begin at the base of your vertebrae. We're twisting one vertebrae at a time. So take your hand across your opposite knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you on the chair or behind you, wherever you can reach comfortably. And so our head turns last. And so let's inhale, lengthen our spine. On the exhale, going into your twist, a little deeper perhaps. So eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. As ready, unwind, come back center, take a moment. When you're ready, inhale, lengthen your spine. We'll come into the twist on the other side. Eyes closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. So we inhale, lengthen our spine. On the exhale, you see if you can come into the twist a little deeper. And slowly unwind, come back center. Okay, so in yoga, we stay in poses or we move dynamically so we can move in and out. So we're gonna rock and roll the twist. I'd like you to reach your arms up to the sky and then twist. Reach up and twist. Reach up. So maybe a few more times in your own time and rhythm. And so you're reaching up to the sky on the inhale and coming into your twist on the exhale. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. Okay. So side bends, twists, pretty intense spinal movement. So we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with a nice seated forward fold. And so for this version, I'd like you to take hold of the underside of your chair. Then hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. So lead with the heart, not the head. And tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck, and then breathe into your lower back. Or you might imagine that your lungs are in your lower back. So of course we can't place our lungs in our lower back. However, energy flows where our thoughts and our breath goes. And as you're ready, come out of this forward fold by pushing down through your inner heels. Come back up with a flat back. Maybe one hand on each of your thighs. Cool. Okay. So from here, let's come into a modified eagle pose. So I'd like to invite you to bend your elbows, palms face each other, and then reach across, cup your elbow point. Draw that arm into the midline. Let your shoulders soften away from your ear, and then maybe reaching up a little higher on an inhale. And then I want you to imagine the intensity of an eagle eye. And release. So let's practice this on the other side. So we'll bend our elbows, reach across, cup your elbow point, that arm into the midline. Let your shoulders soften away from your ear. Maybe reaching up a little higher. Eagle pose. And release. A little shake out if you want, a little wiggly fidget. Okay, so from here, extend both arms out to the side. So you're broad through the collarbone, extend beyond your wrists, your fingertips. Turn your palms face up and then cross one arm over the other. If possible, take hold of your shoulders, walk your fingertips back a little bit. Drop your chin towards your chest and allow your shoulders to round towards your front body. And so this is a bear hug. Bear hug number 1. I love me. And then as you're ready, remember which arm is on top. Extend your arms out to the side. And then cross the opposite arm over on top. Take hold. It might be you're holding onto your elbows. If you can reach your shoulders, go for it. Walk your fingertips back. Drop your chin towards your chest. Allow your shoulders to round towards your front body. And bear hug number 2. I love me. And release. And a little shake out. Okay. And so I'm thinking, let's come into a modified version of sun salutation. So you're sitting up nice and tall, your feet are placed evenly on your footrests or on the floor, shoulders back and down. So let's begin in mountain pose, arms by your sides, spiral your palms open. So open up your armpits a little. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, so gentle back arch. Open up your heart, so we're bending from above our shoulder blades. Forward fold, and come forward in the chair with a flat back, chin in. Come on back up to a neutral spine. So for some of you, you might be visualizing this movement. If it's possible, I'd like you to take your leg under the front of the chair, coming into a lunge. And then you can add your arm if you'd like. So your arm is up along your ear in gold pose or at your hip. Float your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. We're going to come into a modified downward facing dog. So you can place your forearms on your lap, lengthen your spine, chin in. Feel that nice line of energy. And then baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lower your head, then lift up through the crown of the head. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap, lengthen your spine, chin in. We'll come back up into a lunge on the other side. So if possible, you take your leg under the front of the chair, visualize this movement. Bring your arm up to your place. Float your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. So gentle back arch, and then our hands come back to the heart. So let's do one more round at least. Come into mountain. Take your hands to your heart center. Reach up to the sky, gentle back arch. So open up your heart, bend from above your shoulder blades. Forward fold, hinging from the hips. Flat back, chin in. Come back up to a neutral spine. Step into a lunge if you'd like. You can add your arm. Float your arm down, step your foot forward, hinging from the hips. So come into downward facing dog. For this version, I'd like to invite you to have your arms on a diagonal. So your hands reach maybe towards where the ceiling meets the wall. Baby cobra, hands on your thighs, lower your head, lift up through the crown of your head. Mindful movements. So downward facing dog again. So you can do the previous version, arms on your thighs or reach up. Come on back up into a lunge on the other side. So we're visualizing taking our leg back under the front of the chair. Or if possible, take your leg under the front of the chair and your arm. Float your arm down. Step your foot forward, hinging from the hips, spiral your palms open, reach up to the sky. Right. Open up your heart, gentle back arch. And take your hands to the heart. Place one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And take a rest, or maybe notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. Okay, so I'd like you to come seated comfortably back in your chair. So we're going to come down off the mat. And so I actually would like to begin with inviting you to place, maybe leaning back in your chair, one hand on your belly, the other on top, and then moving clockwise, massage your belly. So we want a nice soft Buddha belly. Massage your organs. So your liver on the right, your stomach. And then when you're ready, hinging from the hips, maybe if possible, taking your hands to your lower back, a little massage. If you can reach up a little higher where your kidneys and adrenal glands live, send them some love. And then when you're ready, sweep your hands forward. So inhale, let. Exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And so I'd like to invite you now to bring your hands up to your scalp, your hair. And I want you to imagine that you're shampooing your hair. So you're not just moving the hair around, you're making small circles, moving your scalp around. And then maybe smoothing your hair out. Just this. And so from here, I'd like to share a practice with you called palming. And so this is a nice relaxation practice for our eyes. So bring your hands together, rub your palms together vigorously. So you want to warm up your hands, energize your hands. If you're wearing glasses, you may want to take your glasses off for this. If you happen to have a pillow, a cushion, something that you can place on your lap, that might be helpful. So what I'd like to invite you to do now is to take your hands and cup your eyes lightly. So important, we're not putting pressure directly on our eyeballs. We're cupping our eyes. And then if it feels okay for you, close your eyes softly. So we're blocking out all the light here. And then allow the warmth, the energy from your beautiful hands to soften behind your eyes. And we'll just stay here for a few breaths. And then maybe shift your eyes back and forth. Yeah. And again, just come on back up, sitting comfortably. And so we have time for a lovely yogic breathing technique. And so I'd like to share a practice called one-to-one ratio with you. And so essentially that's when we bring our inhales and our exhales so that they're the same duration and quality. So you're sitting comfortably, tuck your chin in slightly. Relax your arms in your lap or wherever feels comfortable. And so I'm going to cue you with a count of 3 on the inhale, count of 3 on the exhale. However, let's begin with a nice deep inhale through the nose unless you're congested. Exhale slowly, and we'll begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. 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 So if my cueing doesn't work for you, do it in your own time and rhythm. So you might add a count or less. So here we go, just for a few more breaths. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. So let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so maybe notice, did you feel a subtle shift in your energy? Okay. And so from here, we'll transition into, a short guided meditation. And so I'd like to invite you to place your hands palms face down, and then draw your hands in towards your hips. Look down and into your heart, see what you can see. And then an invitation to breathe into your heart. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And so we'll just take a few breaths together with a gentle reminder. Breathing. And so at this time, come into a comfortable sitting position. And so if you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it. If you're in a regular chair, you might want to place your chair up against the wall and you can lean back. Make sure your head and neck is supported. There's a cushion. And so let's begin with rolling our shoulders back and down. And so this is not a big scrunch up towards our ears. Essentially, we're allowing our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Relax your hands, palms face down or palms face up as desired. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward. If that feels comfortable, or soften your gaze. And so soft palms, soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Quiet breath. Allow the breath to reflect the pose, the serenity pose. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows, wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. If it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our Buddha belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. And without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. And so maybe even taking a moment to honor yourself for showing up for yoga today. And so the teacher me honors and appreciates the teacher in each of you. Om, peace, peace, peace. So take a moment, notice how you feel before and after yoga practice. If you'd like to hang out for a moment or two, I'm happy to stay for any feedback or comments. I think I will move into my iPad a little closer, my iPhone these days. And so here we are.
Thanks, Bobbie.
You're welcome, love. Glad you're able to make it.
Yes, I got out of the shower with my wet hair and I arrived.
I see that. It's getting long.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Is this your first class, Carrie?
No, I've been here a couple of times before, but I haven't been here for a couple months.
Oh, right on. Well, welcome back, love.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining.
Have a nice day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thanks, Kassar.
Thank you. We thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, love.
Sure.